Hi, just want to encourage you with a verse I saw today, Genesis 18, verse 14. And it goes on to say, "Is anything too hard for the Lord? I will return to you at the appointed time next year." And I want to focus on the words, "Is anything too hard for the Lord? I will return to you at the appointed time." Not necessarily next year or next week or whatever. So what am I encouraging you about? Well, first of all, is anything too hard for the Lord? And I know I've mentioned in this subject perhaps many times before on this YouTube site. But if you're like me, the things we learn, the things we hear, we tend to forget so often. And sometimes we need to be reminded. And maybe for some of you, with 300 odd videos or more, not 400 or 500 on there on the site, it's going to be a job to find the one that's relevant to you, and especially if you're new to the site. So I want to say, look, is there anybody that's come across your path and you think, well, that person's really nice, but what chance, what hope have I got with that person? What hope? What are they going to see in me? I'm nothing. I'm a nobody. I'm not a catch. I'm not somebody who's got the attributes and abilities of the other people around me, the other Christians, say, in your church. And you might feel like discouraged and feel hurt and feel, if only I perhaps looked like this, or if only I was this shape or had this intelligence or this ability. You don't have to worry about any of that, because at the end of the day, it's the Lord who moves the heart of the person who is going to be your spouse for life. It's the heart of the Lord moving their hearts to desire you, to want you, to appreciate you, to like your qualities, even though you may seem inadequate. So do you believe that? Do you believe that anything is possible with the Lord? Do you believe there's anything too hard for the Lord? Because the answer is no, it's not. And no matter how feeble you feel about yourself, how weak you are, the Lord could say to you, well, my strength is made perfect in weakness, indeed in your weakness. And if your weakness is you feel inadequate and unworthy, and you don't stand a chance with the person that you think would make you a good partner for life, don't worry. Because at the end of the day, the Lord will move that person to desire you. Even though there may be other, as it called, rivals around, far more suitable in your eyes than you, the Lord will touch that person. Then as regards to the timing of it, you don't have to worry about that. You have to be patient, because it also says, I will return to you at the appointed time. So when the time is right, for this person perhaps, or another person, if it's a different setup, to come into your life at the appointed time, not a second too late, not a second too early, the Lord will come and open up the way. He will open up the door, because He's the only one who can do it. And then you'll receive that blessing, and you will be overwhelmed by God's goodness, and your Christian faith will take us up step and confidence in all that God is. So may you be encouraged.